Okay, folks, Joker is out and it's tearing up the box office. While we are happy for DC and all parties involved, because this means we might get more films like this, I think there's a more important reason to celebrate this film. Because we were mostly right. I know that might sound a little egotistical, but what the hell? This is YouTube, and if you don't think you're a little amazing, then you wouldn't even have a channel. Were we 100% right about everything that we got in Joker? No. But I'd give us a solid 85%. And if anyone was like me in school, an 85% is pretty damn amazing. Is Wayne really Joker's father? Is he not? According to Brett Cullen, who played Thomas Wayne in the movie, the motivation behind the character was that he most likely was. Talking to Hollywood Reporter, Cullen said, "The backstory was that Arthur's mother had worked for Thomas in his home, and she was a beautiful woman who Thomas was attracted to, and it led to a physical relationship." He added, "Later in life, she's in and out of mental institutions, and in my mind, Thomas Wayne put her there." So he was. Or was he? Fleck's reality is definitely off, so there is the possibility that it was all in his head, and that this Thomas Wayne was a figment of his broken mind. Before we get into this, I'm going to give you the old spoiler warning, because we are going to talk about a lot of the details of the film. Though, honestly, if you clicked on this video and haven't seen the film, that's on you. You should have either seen it already or shouldn't be watching videos about it. Duh. Now, for those that have, in our previous video we talked about two main things that we expected from this film. The overarching story that Batman and Joker are actually brothers, and the connection to the killing joke and the one bad day theory that turns an ordinary man into the clown prince of crime. Let's tackle the second one first. The reason behind this will be as clear as the end of the movie. Okay, so in The Killing Joke, Alan Moore shows that the Joker was a failed stand-up comedian that was trying to support his family. When he takes a robbery job, everything falls apart. His family dies, and he takes a bath in some chemicals, and it makes him the Joker. This isn't exactly what happens here. While Arthur Fleck doesn't start off well, if his life is down the drain by the end of the film starts with it in mid-flush. Fleck has an uncontrollable laughing condition due to brain damage. He's bullied at work, bullied by his co-workers, and incapable of making the right choices. His counselor doesn't listen to him, and even when he just tries to make a kid laugh on the bus, the world craps on him. The only good thing is a blooming romance with a woman in his building. Fleck is also not innocent when it comes to his bad lot in life. He brings a gun to a performance in a kid's hospital, which gets him fired. He even shoots the gun accidentally in his apartment while playing with it. This accumulates with him standing up for himself and killing 3 rich douchebags on a train who were drunkenly harassing a woman. Make no mistake about it, Fleck is not a hero for doing this, because while he panics at first, it's apparent that he enjoyed it. It set him free. When he finds out his father is Thomas Wayne, he tries to connect with his brother, Bruce, and his father. This doesn't go well as he's confronted by Alfred and punched in the face by Thomas. As if this wasn't bad enough, he finds out that his mother was lying about Wayne being his father, and he was adopted and abused by a boyfriend of his mother's, which gave him the brain damage that he's had to deal with the result of. Combine this with Fleck losing his access to medication in a shrink, and, well, it doesn't go well. Arthur murders a former coworker and his mother. Then we find out that the romance, that was all in his head. He then breaks into the apartment of the woman, and we don't know her fate, but we can assume it didn't end happily. On top of all of this, Fleck is crapped on by his favorite TV host. This breaks him even more, but gives him a glimmer of hope, as he's then invited on the show because the segment of him getting crapped on did so well. This is all happening while a class war between the haves and have-nots is reaching boiling point, with Fleck's attack on the rich douchebags being seen as vigilante justice. Fleck's body count is large and grand, with his final murder being on live TV, where he blows the brains out of the host that mocked him. It's brutal. One thing is constant during all of this, though, and that is the reality that we are experiencing, as moviegoers and Fleck's reality are two different things. All the dates and romance Arthur had, and we saw, didn't happen. Arthur has a vision that he's on TV. That also didn't happen. So it puts into question, how reliable of a narrator is Fleck? Why was it so easy for Fleck to confront Thomas Wayne in a bathroom while a riot started outside? How is it so easy for him to get to Bruce at Wayne Manor and overpower Alfred, a character we know is ex-military? Did it actually happen? And if it did happen, is Fleck's perception of his own adoption his only way of dealing with Thomas Wayne's rejection? If his adoption was made up, maybe he and Bruce are brothers. The only thing that we can know for sure with the Joker is that we can't know anything for sure. Except that is, Joaquin Phoenix doesn't win an Oscar for his role, then the system fails Fleck again.